Kahalayim Layahawa Bashem Yahushai Baharacha Kodash. It's your brother Hawat from the Camp Cosmos, and this is Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which you saw on the beast, these will hate the harlot, make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And those 10 horns are leaders of government. Because right now you have a trade war going, and this is an old one. This is an old article, but we know that it's going on right now because recent articles pop up. But nevertheless, this is true. Nobody wins in a trade war if Donald Trump sparks one with China, and he already did. Among the losers will be some of the most ardent supporters, blue-collar workers who helped sweep him the election victory. And I'm going to show you something. China is number 2 for the top 10 world's biggest economies for 2018 and 2019. And this is a chart. It just tells you basically what the GDP in every country is, how much they spend and everything like that. And on the left-hand side is the GDP growth. I mean, I don't understand the difference, but I'm just, letting you know that prophecies are coming to pass. And I was listening to the news, and come to find out that China said it's gonna that the United States will lose if something about the agriculture, because China produces a lot of agriculture. This is a world wheat production by country. China is the biggest country producing these wheat, just wheat, right? So if China is selling wheat to the United States, and Trump he's already did, I shouldn't say he's gonna, he already put the tariff on there, and then China put the tariff on them back. So just by looking at this chart of wheat production by country, we only produce 9% of, and I'm saying wheat because I'm in Babylon, but the United States only produces 9%, and China produces 10 more percent with a total of 19%. So that's that's what's going to lead to Revelation 14:8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And that's the way they do business. The wrath of her fornication is the way they do business. Okay? This is old too, but it's still good. And just to let you know that China is leading the world in agriculture and wheat, you know. We know that much for sure. But they grow rice too. But, they don't make good food. Nobody makes good food. All the good seeds are in the Swiss bank of seeds. China agriculture is one of the most important sector of economy, and as the statistics suggest, the China agriculture provides more than 12% of the total gross domestic product, or the GDP in the country. So that's what it is, gross domestic product. Look how many people they got working. More than 300 million people in China are related with China agriculture, which is almost 50% of the total workforce that China has got. If the ranking is taken into consideration, then China agriculture is considered as the top country in farming output. The China agriculture produces wheat, rice, potatoes, peanuts, millet, cotton, and many other things. I just want you to focus on that they produce more than the United States. Okay, so who's gonna win that? Who's gonna win that fight? And they got 300 million employees. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this for fun. We're gonna check to see how many employees the United States has. I mean, they're probably gonna throw in the military and all that stuff. No, that's not the right question. Because you have to ask the right question. You have to ask the right form of question. Alright, this is probably bullshit. Esau makes up his own things. But let's just find out. Because there's 300 million Chinese workers just in the agriculture sector. Come on, man. Alright. Here it comes. Let's see. Oh, shoot. 130 million. Damn. Damn. You see that? There's 130 million monthly number of full-time employees in the United States from July 2017 to July 2018, and millions unadjusted. How in the world? How is good green earth? Is America gonna be great again? You fucking tell me. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Come on, man. This is Revelation 16 and 19. And the great city was divided into three parts. The false prophet, the dragon, and the beast. And the cities of the nations fell, and the great Babylon came into remembrance of Yahweh to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Man, fierceness of his wrath. And let's get this one too. Back again over here, Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which you saw on the beast, these will hate the harlot, make her desolate and naked, eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Now we know the 10 horns are the NATO and the EU, but this time China's looking like, because China and the US are buddies, man. They're just fucking playing with us, or with you. But the man of the Lord knows what's going on. So just look at that. China has 300 million employees working on agriculture. Just in agriculture, and that was just U.S. full-time employees. That doesn't even show you the number of employees in agriculture. So you look at these numbers. What do you think? I'm not an expert in these charts, but I know for damn sure the GDP growth is in China's favor, and then second, first it's China, and then second it's no, my bad, Slovakia. First is India with 7.4, then it's China with 6.4, and then in third place is the greatest country in the world, right? Greatest liar in the world. Okay, so let's see what GDP growth is. Okay, GDP. What was it? And anyways, a measure of economic growth from one period to another expressed as a percentage and adjusted for inflation. i.e. expressed in real as opposed to nominal terms. The real economic growth rate is a measure of the rate of change that a nation's gross domestic product experiences from one year to another. So they're selling a lot of stuff. Selling a lot of stuff. But who's gonna suffer, man? Who's gonna suffer this war? The blue-collared workers. Man. This is Revelation 18:10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And that judgment is going to come through the chariots. Yahweh's wrath. Yahweh's going to send his son to put hands to chariots and the angels and the men of the Lord who are out here doing the work. Man, look at that. So let's go back over here. There's a little story behind it. I'm gonna read it. The statistics show the unadjusted number of full-time employees in the United States in line with definition of the BLS. I don't know what that is. Full-time workers are persons who usually work 35 hours or more per week. These figures are not seasonally adjusted and reflect the actual number of full-time employees each month. So this is the number of full-time employees. You know, they haven't done it for seasonal employees. In contrast, seasonal adjustments of employment figures is a technique used to attempt to remove regular seasonal fluctuations from data in order to allow for month-to-month comparison. In July 2018, about 130.64 million people were employed on a full-time basis. So that you could be employed full-time but just be seasonal? That's some bullshit. So I know for a fact, in July, they start the tomato. Oh my goodness, these motherfuckers are lying up their ass, down their pants and shit. In July is the tomato season, and tomatoes, they're not even growing good right now, bro. These motherfuckers just straight up lie. Anyways, this is good for us. I'm gonna close it off with this. Revelation 18:21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Because Yahweh was going to send his son, Yahushai, through the Holy Spirit, going to destroy the cities, redeem us. World War III is going to pop off, and then nuclear missiles going to strike, and then at the same time, the chariot's going to come and burn this motherfucker down. And basically, that's going to be our salvation. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Kahalayim, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakah, Kodash. Special thanks to the elders of Israel, the apostles, who are the apostles of GMS. And I say Shalom.